How would you like to design a lifestyle that fits your needs? Is your current work or hobbies overpowering your free time to achieve what you desire? How can we fix our lifestyle so we can live a life that we desire? Less making changes. So this is the tough part. It's easy to
Massive.
say, I'm going to do it. It's easy to say, oh, I'm going to be mentally tough. It's actually hard to put this into action, not just a week from now, but a month, 2 months, 6 months, a year from now. So, Dr. J, walk me through taking actions and making changes.
Look, taking action is essential. People talk about analysis paralysis. I've got some family members that I'm really, really close to. I'm not saying any names, though. It's funny when anytime you and I say this on our podcast, like every family member assumes we're talking about them, and
gets butt hurt.
I know, and it's like I wasn't even talking about you.
Yeah,
it is so crazy. But anyways, we've got people out there that all they do every time you talk to them on the phone is they tell you why they can't be successful. Here are my million reasons why it won't work. And I keep wanting to look at them and say, you see, you've missed the problem. You've identified a million reasons why your life can't be successful, but you haven't found just one passionate reason that it can be. And I will tell you, as for me, I'm betting on me. And that's the first thing that I will tell you is that if you want to make progress towards your goal, you got to bet on yourself. You know what, Chef? I am a worthy investment of my time, and you are a worthy investment of your time. And listener out there, you are worthy of believing in yourself. So that's the first thing I want to give you a challenge is understand that you are worth it. Yep, baby, you're worth it. Anyways, look, make small changes. Don't try to go out and change the world. Though, I mean, maybe you can, but if you feel like you can't do it, eat that elephant one singular bite at a time. Make small steps towards your big goal. Be intentional. We've said that word a lot today. Hopefully Google will pick it up, but be intentional. Look for unexpected opportunities. Look, I ended up a real estate agent because less than a year ago, I knew I was hungry to get to the next step of my investment career. I knew all these things. And then I saw a picture of my boy, Jeff Richmond, living in Puerto Rico in a condo. Dude's like accepting some award. I don't even know what it is. I find out later, I forget what they call it, but he's getting like some big award because he's just selling all this. I call him on the phone and I'm like, hey man, you're successful. I want to be successful. Talk to me about this success thing, because I realized he wasn't taking my success pie. That dude had figured out how to build a bakery. And it opened up this unexpected opportunity that has completely changed everything. So before I throw this back to you, because I'd love to get your thoughts on it, is I would just say that understanding that designing your best life, it's number one, it's a continual process, because you're going to grow, listener, you're going to change. And it's okay that your plan grows and changes with it. So as long as every day you take a step forward. So the question you have to ask yourself is what is it you want with your life? Are you willing to write it down? Are you willing to bet and believe in yourself? And when you see 1,000 reasons why you can't, do you have one that is so important that you have to get up? For me, it's my kids and my wife. I have to be successful because of them. So what are your thoughts on this?
So I think what's important to understand there is that when you talk about these guys who've made these big changes, and you mentioned your friend
Jeff,
I can't remember Richmond, but your friend Jeff, it did not come down to just an overnight success. He took intentional, deliberate actions. He put one foot in front of the other. It was more of baby steps than giant leaps when it came to his business. It's kind of like the 10X rule. Everything is just multiplying up to this moment of success. And you have to understand that when you're developing something, especially when you're older than 25, that is going to take a process. If you're in your 19, 20-year-old, like I've got a son who's 17, and I'm trying to speak these truths to him that you don't have to have necessarily a full college degree to be successful in life. You don't have to be all of these things. You have to understand how money works. And you need to have some education, but that doesn't mean you have to have a Harvard education to understand how money works. But you got to be intentional and deliberate in your actions. And the next thing is, I just encourage you to understand that it's going to grow, it's going to evolve. And that's perfectly okay. And that's because, what my vision was a year ago is not the same necessarily as it is today. I have a desire to be independent, and I'd like to be my own boss one day. I love content creation. I want to be independent from a set boss where someone is my overlord and they tell me how I'm going to spend my day, where I'm going to spend my day, what clients I'm going to go see. I want a life where I get to choose what I'm going to get to do. And that's been my goal now for the last year is basically, I hate to say take back my manhood a little bit, but kind of take back my manhood a little bit. I just really enjoyed, I got the opportunity to be an entrepreneur and be my own boss in my mid 20s. And I absolutely loved it. I felt like I thrived in it. And I've just had that hunger to be back there since.
Oh, if you're a listener, we made a promise to you that we would give you some key takeaways. So let's just, here are the 5 steps that you need to take right now in closing. 5 action steps, because we've already said today that if you're not willing to take action, then you don't have a goal. You just have a dream, and you can go to bed tonight. But here, always remember, here's the downside about dreams. You'll always wake up and that dream is over. So the only way you change a dream into a goal is by taking massive lion-sized action. So here's the thing. Number 1, I want you to write down what your life would look like if you achieved it. What is your dream life? And go write it down. Number 2, break that down into meaningful, actionable steps. If you need some help with that, go listen to our episode on SMART goals. It's somewhere between episode 69 to like 75. But go listen to that episode, because you need to take that and break it down into SMART goals. Because again, you don't just want a dream, you want something that actually happens. Number 3 is write down the attributes that you need to become in order to be the person you dream about. I want to point that out. That's not about success. If you as a person could achieve that, you'd already achieved it. So in order to get to your goal and to keep it, you, listener, me, you, chef, we have to change us. The Bible talks about that too, about how we're always working on us.
That goes in a lot of different directions. I really like that
Yeah.
line. And I had a pastor friend give me a similar line when I was single in my early 20s, and we defined what this woman that I wanted to find, what was she like, and what kind of person do you think that person is going to want to be with? And it's the same thing with your lifestyle. You got to decide, okay, this is what I want to be. What kind of person achieves that, and what kind of mentality, what kind of work ethic is that person going to have to achieve that? It's the same mentality that you've got to have with both. You can't just keep at what you're doing and expect it to get where you want to be. You're going to have to change and mold. And sometimes it kind of sucks. It's going to create some long days. You're going to have to sacrifice some things to make that goal happen.
Absolutely. But look, friction makes diamonds. Without friction, you're just a lump of coal. Friction makes diamonds. Number 4 is get an accountability partner. I mean, Chef is my accountability partner. Every once a week we record this, and the first thing we talk about before we ever click record is one of the two of us looks at the other one and says, "How you living? How you doing?
Yeah.
Did you accomplish that?" Y'all have heard me say on the show, "Chef, don't knock in that vlog." I'm like, "Chef, where was your vlog this week?"
I got my vlog done.
Don't
you
oh
worry,
my
it's
goodness,
getting tonight. Don't you
man.
worry.
I love it. And the 5th one is go do it. Make those bold moves. If you planned it and then you never put your plan to action, you have nothing. Go put it to action. And rhinoceros, lion, massive action. I mean, just go and go with all you got, because like you said today, Chef, you only got one life worth living. So live it intentionally.
Amen. And that's what it's all about. If you can't have that mental understanding, we can't help you. I know very few people who are living the life that they actually dreamed of, that are happy every day showing up to work, that are just arriving to work every day with the same passion that I arrive to eat pizza or donuts. You know what I mean? You should have that same passion in what you do every single day. And you have to start making steps. The only way we're going to get there It's just small bites at a time, working towards our goal. Again, I want to be a content creator. I want to live a life that is independent of the needs of others as far as a higher boss above me. I want to be my own boss again and enjoy doing what I love to do. I love to cook. I love to help people. I love to be with others who enjoy the same thing. That's why, the new channel is all about going out and talking with other restaurant owners and letting them cook for me. And it's going to be a blast, and I'm looking forward to it. So if you enjoyed the show today and you're working on your lifestyle design, please leave a comment down below. What does that dream life look like to you? I encourage you to write those steps down below. Put them in the comments. Put it on paper, what you're going to be doing and what you want to achieve. It's been a fantastic day, another fun, great topic, and it's the platform for what this podcast is about. It's about lifestyle design. Everything is about our 5 F's, and that's how we've designed our lifestyle, and I encourage you to do the same. We'll see you next time on A Brodacious Life. Again, if you haven't had a chance yet, hit that like, hit that subscribe. If you're on the YouTube, there's some videos up above me. You should click on those. And those are videos that are recommended to you by the wonderful YouTube algorithm. And we'd love for you to click on one of those and see the next episode. Have a great time. You be blessed this week, and we'll see you next time on A Brodacious Life.